Good morning, Wildings. Today we're here for another intuitive tarot card reading, and this time we're going to channel messages about why they're attracted to you. You can have a specific person in mind, or you can just get a general reading for why people are attracted to you. So if that sounds like fun today, stick around for the video. Hey there, Wildings. Welcome to your intuitive tarot card reading about what your person or what people in general find attractive about you. This is going to be a kind of fun one today. Definitely much more light than the stuff that's usually on my channel. I usually go like deep into like a whole bunch of deep stuff. But hopefully you find this one fun. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and use your intuition to select a pile. And I will see you there momentarily. Hey there, pile one. If you chose this beautiful rose quartz, this is going to be your reading for what your person or people in general find attractive about you. We're first just going to check like the general themes using this astrology deck. So hopefully we have a nice fun one today. So can we please get the general themes of why people are attracted to pile one? Can we please have the general themes about why people are attracted to pile one, please, Spirit? General themes about why people are attracted to pile one, please. Okay, so we have the North Node, which has a lot to do with our life purpose. And then we also have Gemini energy, which is like, I would say, very intelligent energy. It's usually either seeing two sides of the coin or like just understanding things on a deeper level. I think like the shadow of this is probably not super relevant, so I'll just stick to the like kind of positive aspects of this card today. Like Gemini is also kind of like a very like it's an air sign. It can be a little bit yang or masculine. And yeah, the North Node is to do with life's purpose. So I would say in general, people are probably attracted to you for like your intelligence and like being able to understand life on a different level and understand it deeply. Probably how you show up in the world as well. Gemini energy has a lot to do with how you show up in the world. And then also this North Node, I would say, suggests that people think that you know what you want in life and that you go after it. Like you're definitely living your life according to your purpose. Yeah, those are the main themes of why people are attracted to you, but let's get a little bit more detail using this traditional astrology deck. Tarot deck, sorry. We get more themes. Sorry, stumbling over my words a little bit right now. Just take a deep breath. We get the reasons why people are attracted to pile one, please, Spirit. Maybe you make people nervous a little bit, pile one, because I feel really nervous for like no reason. All of a sudden doing your reading. Maybe you like are so switched on in terms of like what's going on in life and like your own purpose that you like make people a little bit nervous, but like not in a bad way, like definitely in a good way. Can we get clarity on the 8 of Wands, please? And the Ace of Swords. And 6 of Pentacles. You also get clarity on the Queen of Swords, please, Spirit. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, pile one. I'm just going to move this up to make sure everything's in the shot because I have a feeling that these bottom cards probably weren't. Pile one. What I'm getting from this spread is that people definitely think of you as a very, very, very generous person. And they're definitely attracted to that. And they know that like you're like hella loyal. Like this 8 of Cups in reverse kind of gives me the impression that you would never abandon anyone that you really cared about. Once someone has you, they kind of like have you for life. And like you take care of your people like so well, especially in the physical. Like I get that you're probably like super generous with your time, with your money, like with your affection and like all that sort of stuff. Like you're obviously a very, very intelligent person. Like there's a lot of like confirmation of like you being like super smart. But I think the great thing about your intelligence is like this kind of like Queen of Swords, her shadow can be kind of like being quite blunt and like just saying whatever whenever. But I think this coming out in reverse is saying that like while people know that you know, like they know that you're intelligent, they know that you get it, like you're very tactful at the same time when it comes to how you share your knowledge. Like you definitely, you exercise a lot of like caution and just like care around people's feelings when it comes to like sharing what you know, what you perceive, especially like in other people. You're very intelligent without using it to like lord power over people, like hoard power over people. I don't know what the expression is. Like you don't like even though you're potentially the smartest person in the room a lot of the time, like you don't use that as like a power play. And that makes people feel like super safe with you. It also like makes people like want to spend time with you for sure. Like they're definitely inspired to spend time with you because like you feel like a good person to be around. I'm getting that you're also kind of like a very calm and intuitive energy. I think maybe this like kind of like smartest person in the room and always knows what's going on like might have a lot to do with your intuition. Like you might be like very well educated, but you also have really, really good intuition. And people really trust that about you. And they trust that that you are going to like act on that intuition very responsibly. And kind of like for the greatest good of everyone involved. Like they trust that you're like your intuition is always used for kind of like good. And you also like act just so calm, and like you're just such a calming presence to any situation. And yeah, like you definitely change the vibe in the room, like wherever you go, like you're very much affecting the vibe in the room, and in a very positive way. And that's definitely why your person or people in general are attracted to you, pile one. Like this is a very beautiful energy. There's like quite a good balance here as well, I would say, like good balance of like fire, like emotion, like intellect, and like kind of practicality. Like you seem like a very well-rounded person. Yeah, so this Magician coming in reverse kind of like confirms what I was talking about earlier around like not like holding power over people's head just because you kind of like have your shit together in a way that a lot of people don't. And yeah, this Page in reverse, I'm definitely getting like more like kind of calm vibes from that. The Page like right way up can be like very sporadic, excited, kind of like intense, but coming in reverse, like I'm getting that you just like hella chill, and people really appreciate that about you. Spirit, is there anything more about why people are attracted to pile one? So yeah, I think definitely the way that you move through the world, like kind of knowing what you know and seeing what you see, is very reassuring for people. I would say that like you're also like working on yourself a lot, and like thinking about like how you're showing up in the world and like making changes to be the best version of yourself. And that in itself is just like so nice. Like I think people are very comforted by people not necessarily being perfect, but being very active in their like self-development. Like you just working on yourself all the time. Like people trust that if they come to you with something, like you're going to take it on board because you just take so much on board and like really think about it. Do we have anything else for why pile 1, people find pile 1 attractive? Do we have anything else for why people find pile 1 attractive, please? Anything else? Okay, so we have like that you're very much a team player, and you also like I'm getting like super soft, gentle vibes. Like you're a team player and like you really let everyone have their turn and their voice, and you create lots of space for people. Like I'm getting like overall like really good vibes from this reading pile 1. Seems like you're just like a good energy to be around for sure. Do we have any more for why people are attracted to pile 1? Do we have? Okay, so I think especially what I was talking about before in terms of like you doing like a lot of self-work and like self-development, you actually motivate people to be the best version of themselves, not only by the example that you set in terms of like doing your own work, but also like around the energy that you create for them. Like you create such a good container for them to feel safe to like do their work. So you're very motivating, because like people want to live their life's purpose as much as you when they meet you. Like you're not like forcing that on anyone, but like seeing you do you is inspiring to people. Like you're very inspiring. And I'm getting that people feel motivated to be their best self around you because you're setting that as an example. Like you're setting being your best self as an example for people. Can we have anything more about why people are attracted to pile 1, please? So we have self-love and resilience. Okay, so people see you as very self-loving and resilient. I think self-love is a characteristic in a lot of people that I think, yeah, self-love is definitely a characteristic that people find very endearing, as well as resilience. Like it seems like you've probably overcome a lot, especially to do with like your own kind of fears and doubts. I'm getting that like maybe you weren't always this self-loving, and maybe you even still have some work to do in terms of self-love, but you're just like super vocal about what you're doing and why you're doing it and how you're getting there from a place of fear and then like turning it into self-love. Like yeah, I'm getting that people kind of like they're motivated by that because they see that you've definitely not been perfect and you've definitely been overcome with a lot of the things that they have, but you've been so resilient through all of that and like managed to like transform it into self-love instead of being like dragged down by it. Do we have anything else for pile 1 in terms of like why people find them attractive? So we have the path, which I think has to do with this life purpose card. Like I think you're definitely setting a path for people in terms of like how to live their life purpose because you're doing it yourself, and that's inspiring other people to also do the same thing, to follow their truth and like do what they know is like meant for them in this life. I'm just getting like kind of really good leadership energy from you. Like I think you're just such a leader, in terms of like living your life in a way that people can emulate and like actually have a positive change on people's lives. Do we have anything else? Pile 1 in terms of why people find them attractive. Anything else for pile 1 in terms of why people find them attractive? Yeah, so we have my inner being is connected to the divine wisdom of the universe. So definitely people see you as like kind of pretty much what I've already been saying, that people see you as like so connected to the divine wisdom of the universe, as well as like maybe more practical like intellect. Like you're just very, very connected to yourself, to like your intuition, to like the universe, to like the greater powers, and just like so much. And yeah, people find that like hella attractive. But I think I'm going to leave that there, pile 1. I hope you liked this reading. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I definitely get like major good vibes from you. So keep doing you and all the great stuff that you do. And if you made it all the way through, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope to see you back on this channel again very soon. So please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to make that happen. Hey there, pile 2. Welcome to your reading for what people or your person finds attractive about you. So if you chose this beautiful puff light crystal, then this reading is probably for you. But as always, we're just going to check the general themes of why people find you attractive using this astrology deck. Could we please get the general themes about why people find pile 2 to be so attractive? Okay, so we have the 8th house, which has to do with beginnings and endings, but it's also like to do with like kind of like sex and metaphysics and like mystery and kind of all that sort of stuff. So I'm kind of getting like hella sexy vibes from you straight away. We also have 10th house of the world and Aquarius energy, if I know. Okay, so in regards to this like 10th house of the world, it's probably likely that people find you very worldly. Like you just like seem to know a lot about the world. Aquarius is obviously an air sign. It's considered a very spiritual sign. We also have some like symmetry between 23 and 32. So 2s and 3s in numerology represent 3 for creativity and 2 for like partnership. So yeah, I'm definitely getting like very sexy vibes from these 2s kind of coming out in like mirroring each other. Like I think yeah, there's definitely a pull that has to do with like other people. Like you seem to draw other people in for sure. Like you maybe are a little bit kind of mysterious and things as well, because these 2 kind of cards have that similar kind of like mysterious energy. So I'd say you're definitely very mysterious, pile 2, but in a way that really draws people in and makes them kind of like want to get to know you, but especially like physically. I'm getting like lots of people are drawn to you like are drawn to you in a very physical sense. We get more about why pile 2 is seen to be so attractive by their person or people, please. We get more about why. Thank you. We get more on this page of cups energy. Jesus Christ. I'm just going to take the top and bottom cards. We get clarity on the Page of Wands and the 6 of Cups, please. There's definitely like a lot wanting to jump out. Like I'm getting that there's like maybe a lot, yeah, a lot of reasons why. I'm just going to take this top and bottom card. I think there's like a lot of reasons why people are attracted to you, pile 2, because there's just like, yeah, pretty much the whole deck is just like me, pick me, pick me. start with this. Okay, so pile 2, there's a lot in this reading, but I'm going to say straight away that I think people find you quite elusive, mysterious, that like I've kind of already mentioned that. Like there's definitely King of Pentacles and King of Wands energy. So King of Pentacles is like kind of quite disciplined and controlled, and then King of Wands is like a leader and visionary. So those are probably like your strongest like draw them in qualities. You're also very, very mature with the 6 of Cups in reverse, like, and the 10th house, like just like so mature and so worldly. And it seems like you've definitely overcome a lot in your life. Like that's potentially why you're so mature. Like you've just been through it and come out the other side just like so wise. I think you're like people crave your like getting close to you, but you might not always let them in. I'm getting like you can be quite contained, especially with this Page of Wands in reverse. Like that's kind of a very like container kind of energy, as well as like this whole like section. So the Page of Cups is kind of like very overt new love and like outwardness, whereas the 7 of Swords kind of seems like it's like making that very mysterious. Like in love, like people potentially don't even know how you feel about them for a very, very, very long time. Like you're not super forthcoming when it comes to your like energy and romance and passion for people. Like it seems like you probably keep it all under wraps a fair bit. Like you don't really wear your heart on your sleeve, and that actually like draws people in a lot. Like they potentially have like an intuition that you care about them, like an intuition of that kind of like love, but they can never be sure because you just like keep so much under your hat. But regardless, they're always drawn to your like maturity and like and then like your essentially your power. Like your power and your maturity is very, 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 very attractive. Yeah, there's a lot of like kind of confirmations and synchronicities in these cards, but let's see why else people are attracted to pile 2. I'm getting that maybe you actually sometimes attract people because you can be a little bit flaky with them, like flighty, like, and that's kind of what adds to the mystery. I think you're like very elusive, like people can't actually seem to like lock you down. Like you kind of flow in and out of people's lives and you're like kind of there one minute and then you're out the next. Yeah, just like so elusive. Like a little slippery squirrel. There's just, yeah, there's a lot coming out here. I'm going to take the bottom and the top cards again. I think people have seen you go through a lot of stuff. Like I don't think you're necessarily that quiet about kind of what you've been through to people, like kind of once they get to know you. So I'd say like once people get to know you and kind of like unlock a lot of this like past, like your overcoming of that past is like very, very endearing, and people definitely want to connect with you because of everything that you've overcome. But yeah, up until that point, it can be kind of like a slippery snake for a while. Like I don't think you like necessarily let people in easily or let people in often. So you are very mysterious, and that's probably why people like kind of like are really attracted to you in terms of like really essentially just wanting to sleep with you. Like I'm getting heavy like physical desire, and then like kind of what comes later is this like kind of understanding who you are like below the depths, and understanding that like who you are like and what you've overcome is actually like super deep, and there's a lot there to connect with. I'd say you're probably like focus more on your friends than on lovers, and people probably find who you are in friendships like very attractive. Like I'd say most of the people kind of what like like you're obviously very mysterious with people, but then you're also like super connected to your friends. And so like when people see how you are with your friends and how loyal you are and how great you are with them, they kind of like see that as like huge potential for a relationship with you and like kind of want to turn that into like relationship energy. So even though you are mysterious, they know that you're like really capable of like lots of love and intimacy. And like I'd say a lot of people like come to you looking for a challenge, essentially. Like you present people with a challenge and they just want to like beat the challenge, so to speak. A lot of the time, like you very much lure people into this like desire to win. I'm getting, but it can be like a bit of a cat and mouse game, like with this 8th house energy, like kind of going round and round in circles, like trying to get something from you. Yeah, so you definitely like have a lot of willpower and a lot of wisdom. Like you've definitely been through so much stuff, like as I was saying before, and it's kind of like just made you like hella determined and like hella wise, and that's super attractive. Do we have anything else about why pile 2 is seen as so attractive? We also have abundance and resilience. So I think people definitely see you as very abundant and resilient. Abundant in terms of like wisdom, but also just like maybe like this Wands and Pentacles energy can like indicate like actually kind of got their shit together in life. So you're probably super abundant in that regard. And that's, and like obviously people, once they know what you've been through, like that's so attractive. And maybe like this King of Pentacles and Wands energy, that kind of like going after what you want energy, like that kind of action oriented energy is really attractive to people as well. So yeah, there's a bit here, like I think there's lots of layers to you is what I'm getting. And like people are attracted to different parts of you as they kind of like unlock all the layers. There's just like so much to unpack with you. You're like a never ending mystery. Just like you could just get, it's like a maze. You could just like get lost in it for hours and hours and hours and hours. But you definitely kind of like dangle the carrot in terms of your friendships, like how you are in your friendships. Like I think people come to you wanting that in a relationship a lot of the time. But yeah, you're definitely kind of like slippery squirrel. Yeah, and I'm getting that you're very successful as well. I radiate prosperity and I manifest success. So this like kind of Pentacles, Wands, like abundance, action kind of energy is very attractive. I wouldn't be surprised if you were like a super, super yang person, like probably like either like got a lot of masculine polarity or just like, yeah, just like kind of like, yeah, kind of like, yeah, just like very kind of like I'm getting kind of divine masculine vibes, to be honest. But like, yeah, could be either, but yeah, there's just like so much yang energy here for sure. But I think I'm going to leave that there, pile 2. I hope you got everything out of this reading that you wanted. Like I hope it entertained you and yeah, I hope it was a good time. But if you want to see more of me on your page, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you back on this channel again very, very soon. Hey there, pile 3, welcome to your reading about what people or your person finds attractive about you. Let's first just get the general themes of why people find you attractive using this astrology deck. Spirit, could you please have what pile 3's person or people find attractive about them, the general themes. Ooh, love. So this is like divine feminine energy. You probably exude lots of love. I'm getting kind of like very soft vibes. And then we also have Libra, eye balance, and Pluto transformation. So Pluto is kind of like obviously very like spiritual sign. and then Libra is a air sign. It actually corresponds with Venus and the 7th house of partnerships a lot. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm getting straight away kind of like very divine feminine, very balanced energy. We have, but also like work, especially this Pluto transformation card, like a very woke feminine I'm getting. We have more about what pile 3's person or people find attractive about them. Could we please have a little bit more about what pile 3's person or people find attractive about them? Could you please clarify this Queen of Cups? Could you please clarify this Ace and 3, please? Please clarify this Emperor in reverse. Could you please clarify the 10s and the Queen? So there's a fair bit here. I'm definitely getting that you're probably a divine feminine. Like I'm getting a lot of feminine energy from you, and I'm getting like that you probably attract a lot of like quite divine masculine type people. So definitely what I'm seeing is like you have a lot of queen energy when it comes to kind of like the water element and like love and emotion, but I'm seeing that for you that doesn't really manifest in kind of like a calm, go with the flow kind of feminine that we traditionally would associate with the cup suit, but it actually like there's also like an element of fire about you that's like just super passionate and energetic and like romantic, and people like perceive you as kind of being very selective with your lovers. I'm getting that you don't necessarily go into relationship that easily or that often, and you have to actually really care about someone, like really love them to initiate a relationship with them, and that's what people find attractive about you, that you're just like super selective, and you're only gonna kind of pick someone if you intuitively know that it's kind of like for the long haul. Like you're not just going to jump into relationship with any Tom, Dick or Harry, and you're just like super happy to like run life Han Solo. Like I'm getting that you're like very independent, like you like your own time, you like your own space. You're probably like an artist or very creative. I'm getting from this Ace of Wands, and like you're just essentially like you're just so fine being on your own. Like this 3 of Wands in reverse and 8 of Cups, it seems like you get recharged by being on your own. Like I'm getting like heavy introvert vibes and heavy like artist vibes, and because like you enjoy being on your own so much, and like you're kind of like enjoying your life and like being like inspired and creative every day, and not giving yourself away to lovers kind of like all that often, like being quite selective, like you actually attract a lot of divine masculine from like that energy that you're putting out. I get that kind of with this VI and IV mirroring each other, I get that like you actually mirror the divine masculine so well back to them. And because you are so selective, they actually see you as not only like able to mirror back to them like how they need to grow and change and evolve and blah blah blah, but you also offer them a really super safe and supportive container, like especially an emotional container to do that work in. So they know they're going to like kind of have themselves mirrored back to themselves and have to do a lot of work, but it'll be worth it, and they'll feel like super safe in doing that with you. I'm getting that like you really see the truth of situations, like you perceive like all sides of the story. Like people perceive you as like being super aligned with your purpose, super happy, very creative, and like kind of like responsible for your own stuff when it comes to like spiritual work, I would say. And that you'd be like a good partner in terms of like offering a lot of balance. So you've kind of like got a lot of balance in kind of like these areas here, like and that's kind of what makes people feel drawn to you, because they see that you take responsibility for your side of the story, and you hold people accountable for taking responsibility for their side of the story. Like you create very balanced partnerships, and like in that balance you actually are able to do so much spiritual work and create so much space for other people to do spiritual work with you. I get that you've also got like a very kind of surrendering energy as well, like this ability to surrender into someone and like willingly give them power is a power in itself, but also like really energizes divine masculines to like do a lot more of their own work, but also like really contribute to partnerships kind of equally to you. So I'm definitely getting kind of like just so much divine feminine energy, so much empowered divine feminine energy. Like it seems like you've really done your work, and you're actually like an awesome partner, and people are so attracted to you for like that kind of ability. And you're very like abundant in your own right, whether that's like financial or just like kind of, I'm getting like more of a quality of life. Like you have such a good quality of life, and it just kind of draws people in. Like people want to like essentially know what you're up to because you're having the best time. And yeah, that kind of like freedom, flow, like good quality of life energy is definitely drawing people in. Like I'm getting that you're very tempting to a lot of people. Like you definitely lure people into temptation. And I think especially because you like essentially don't give it up that easy. Like people will just kind of try with you to kind of like break in, just because they just like want to know what's going on underneath. And I get that like people can probably sense that surrendering nature, but then there's kind of like this wall of like you won't let anyone in unless you can really trust them to surrender into them. And people kind of like get really tempted by that challenge, and like essentially kind of like want to step into their power and be the best divine masculine possible, to encourage you to like fall into that kind of surrender mode. Like I think a lot of people see that as like a calling almost. Like I'm so called to like step into my power, to have you surrender into me, so that I know that I'm a worthy lover now, because I have like essentially obtained the love of someone who's just like so powerful in her divine feminine. Yeah, I think this release card has a lot to do with surrender. Like I think when you're with the right person, you just like can completely let go of yourself and surrender into them, and that is like addictive. Like I'm getting that this Emperor energy, whenever they meet that in you, they're just like, oh my god, like it is like their biggest temptation and their biggest addiction is just like seeing you in that like full state of release and surrender, and just like enjoying life, and enjoying the flow of things. Like that is so attractive to them. Do we have anything more about Okay, so definitely what I was saying before in terms of like choosing the right lovers, like your ability to discern who's a good lover and who's not is so attractive. Like people find it attractive that you definitely don't like kind of fuck with anyone or fuck with people just for the sake of it. Like you are so happy in your own company and you'll only let someone in when you discern that they're like kind of like a good quality divine masculine I'm getting, and kind of like not even anyone who's like a maybe, like it's either a hell yes or it's a no, and that's hella attractive about you for sure. Could we get any more messages about what people find attractive about pile 3, please? Anything else about that one? Just realization. I think, yeah, you definitely create a really safe container for people to do lots of like mirror work and have lots of realizations, and probably like you share lots of your realizations with people, and that just kind of like inspires people to like realize stuff themselves. I definitely get like this kind of like pure mirroring creates a lot of space for lots of learning between you and whatever like lovers you choose. Do we have anything else for why people find pile 3 so attractive? Do we have anything else for why people find pile 3 so attractive? Yeah, this is like another card that's very similar to this discernment card. Like you're just like really good at assessing kind of like the quality of a divine masculine who approaches you and like whether or not they're going to be a good lover. And I think people actually want to put themselves up for that assessment, especially divine masculine. I feel like they're probably called to you a lot to be assessed by you, to kind of like I think they kind of like, yeah, kind of like want to win that almost, like I'm getting. Like they're just definitely called to like try and be the best version of themselves to kind of like get past this assessing and discernment that you do around lovers. Do we have anything else for why people find pile 3 so attractive? Anything else for why people find pile 3 so attractive? I see all circumstances as a gift that allow me to grow. Yeah, I think probably your outlook on a lot of things is really positive, and you inspire just so much growth, and just like almost like calling people to step into their fullness and to step into their power. And like I think like the circumstances as a gift to allow me to grow is definitely kind of like what I was saying before about the masculine. Like when they see what circumstances you operate under in terms of like what are the kind of conditions that you let someone into your life and like offer them this like passion and romance, like when they see that, when they see those circumstances, they see that as like an opportunity to grow and to step into their fullness as a divine masculine and be like the best version of themselves and live like a better quality life than they ever had in the past. And so like that kind of like inspiration for growth and being the best self is so attractive about you, pile 3. Like that's what they find super attractive about you. But I think I'm going to leave this reading here, pile 3. I hope you got everything out of it that you wanted to. I hope it entertained you, brought you some joy and whatever else you were looking for today. If you made it all the way through, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you want to like, comment and subscribe, hopefully that means I will see you again on your page very soon. That's all I have for you today in terms of channeled messages for why people are attracted to you. I hope you got all the entertainment out of it that you wanted today. And if your reading resonated, please like, comment and subscribe to keep me on your feed. And I will see you next time for another intuitive tarot card reading. My name's Jade Rewilding. Ciao.